Hey everybody, it's Liz here from the Guru Co, and it's the roundup time, and we're going window shopping. Do love a bit of window shopping. Window shopping for possibilities. That's what we're going into today. So the reason why I'm bringing it to you is because this really does sort of encapsulate really my a metaphor for me about self-coaching and personal development. So listen on. So yes, we're talking about Roundup. So Monday, I imagine most of us can't remember most of the faces that we saw on Monday, the conversations that we had on Monday, let alone potentially what we wore on Monday, because we are so internalized. We're so busy with our lives, with our thoughts, with our decision making, with all the things that are coming at us, whether they're problems or celebrations. But today is all about celebrating those learnings, because whether it was good or bad, there will be a learning to have from it. And when I say we can't remember, we really probably can't remember. But what we possibly could remember as our head hits the pillow on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, we will remember an emotion that has left us with. So whether it's closing your eyes and going, my God, that was a long day, or I never want to repeat that again, or actually that was awesome and I am exhausted because it was brilliant. So it's that's really sort of where we're touching base with, because we started on Monday as a reminder and as a refresher about self-sabotage and about people pleasing and the pessimism that we then develop around things, and the butt bombs that we drop on ourselves in order just to seal it off, just to seal it off. And that's why I want to put the two together, because I would imagine, if you haven't seen them, go back and have a look. But I imagine actually even after watching those, some of you will have an overall impression, but you won't remember what your thoughts were. So today it's about rounding that up. It's about validation. It's validating you. Those of you who've watched it and passed by, I validate you, because you were interested enough. You even considered listening and watching. For those of you who watched enough and gave it a nod in the general direction and thought, oh yeah, I recognise that, or I relate to that, validation to you too, because that means you're coachable. It means that you are open to newness, and it takes a split second. Okay, so we know change doesn't happen if it's forced. Change happens only when you choose it, only when you use a different language with yourself, and that's an emotional language, the spoken language, the internal dialogue, whatever it is. It's when you choose, it will happen. Now, that's the idea behind what I do here. It is planting the seeds. It is window shopping. It is trying before you buy. Oh, do I quite like that idea? Is that worth trying on? Yes or no? And that's what we do. So I found a quote many, many years ago, and I think it's a Zen quote, which says, when a student is ready, the teacher will enter. And that's the issue. You see, you as a student, and then the possibility of something like change or an incident or a circumstance or whatever, that's your teacher. So when you are ready, that teacher will teach you and you will learn. And it's amazing, because if you think right the way throughout your life, how many times could you tell me, or would you be able to say, oh, do you know, I never used to really think like that, or oh, I never really understood that, but I do now, and that makes sense, and your attitudes change, and even down to your tastes of what you have in the house, what car you drive, all those things, what shoes you wear, things change, your needs change, your beliefs, your attitudes, your real inner soul changes, dependent on when the time is. And that's really crucial. So what I really want to say to you at the end of this week is keep your minds open. Personal development is all about growth, exploration and adventure. No one is forcing anything down your throat. You need to take on those things. You need to try them out, test them out. If they work, they work. If they don't, move on. It's fabulous. And thank you, Jackie. Good morning. Jackie says, such an important thing to learn from your experience and your learnings. 100%. And they are only yours, Jackie, aren't they? They're only yours. You can only share them. And that's all you do, is offerings, be a service to other people. Thank you so much for joining me, Jackie. Thank you, everybody. If you come later, I appreciate it. Let me know you've been passed. Share, as always, my videos, please. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back next week. Bye-bye for now.